Hello my friends, today I will be reviewing a deep massage gun by RENPHO, product number RFGM168. Now before I start opening this up and talking about it, let me tell you why it is I actually started to think about investing in a new gun. This is the one I've been using all these years. It's called iRest SLC28. It's Chinese, like most other things are these days. It has got infrared. It comes with 14 different heads. More importantly, it also comes with the heads for the scalp, the back of the neck, the wrist, and all those sensitive areas that are usually left out in your usual massage guns that you buy these days. It has got variable settings, and it goes up to 14 different settings. It's reasonably quiet. It's fairly heavy, which is both good and bad. It's good, especially when you want to do your back. Your back, you can just go over your back and kind of do that. But it's fairly heavy if you want to do areas that are near you. So basically I wanted to see if I could find something a little bit smaller profile, perhaps, maybe quieter as well, lighter perhaps. And that's what took me to this little chappy here, which is the RENPHO Deep Massage Gun. I just ordered that from Amazon. It was £79. It came with £10 voucher, which is good. So I brought it down to, I believe, 69, let's say £70. It comes in a nice, nifty little case. It's quite handy. Inside, as you can see, you've got it's fairly nifty. You've got the gun itself, then you've got 6 settings, plus the charger, plus some of the gum that you find with things these days, the warranty and what have you. The gun itself is quite good. It's quite sturdy. It's got a nice balance to it. At first glance I thought it was going to be very heavy to use, but it's balanced really well because you've got the battery here, which is fairly heavy, and then you've got the motor, which is also heavy, so it gives you a nice kind of a counterbalance. It's got a little display here, I don't know if you can see, and the display basically, you need to the bottom of it, you've got the on-off button. You've also got the point where you charge it. It comes with 6 different heads. It's that one. There's that one, which is for a smaller area, deep massage. Similarly with that one. I'm not going to bother explaining what each of these are for, because that's something you can look up yourself if you want to. And then this is the one that I think I'll probably be using most of the time. It's a bit spongy. It feels good. And also similarly this one. And of course you've got the charger. So if you can put that aside for the time being and just focus on the case itself, is quite nice and sturdy. I like it. I really like it, because the old one I had just came in a box. It just came in a box like this, and I've been sitting on the side of the sofa, which is not ideal really, gathers dust. So we come to the main thing here, which is the gun itself. And if I can just put the head on there for the time being, the head just push in nicely, like so. You need to make sure it goes in. It's got a good feel about it. This is soft grip. So you've got to turn it on, obviously. And when you turn it on, I don't know if you can see, but you've got a light here, the band of light here, which tells you the condition of the battery. Up on the display here, you've got 0.6, which it's a scale 0 out of 10. So 0.6 is 60%. So you've got 60% charge. I believe when that goes down to 10%, 20%, this changes color to maybe amber, red, to tell you need to charge it. I think it cuts off below 10% if I'm not mistaken. Then you've got 20 settings for the the vibration itself, and that's determined by these. So you basically okay, you turn it on first, sorry, and then you basically go. This is on 1 now. That's how quiet it is. If I can turn it up now, you will see this is 20. So that's the maximum. On its highest setting, it's almost as loud as the one I was using before. On its lowest setting, it's fairly effective, and yet it's considerably quieter than the one I was using before. So overall, I think I'm pleased with the fact that it's quieter. It is lighter. It's a different kind of setup really, whereas the other one I was holding it that way. This one I'm holding this one. So in a way it helps if you're doing your back, but it's also useful when you're doing other parts. It's very quiet engine, nice and sturdy feel about it. Well done, really well presented and put together. I like the look of it. Looks lovely, it really does. I have got other RENPHO products. I'm very pleased with the look of them and the feel of them and how sturdy they are. So this is good. I'm really pleased with this. Overall, what are my views on this? It has achieved some of my requirements really. It is quieter. It is a bit lighter. I think it's going to take a little bit of getting used to for me, certainly the design of it, but already I'm liking that. I don't have a problem with that. The displays here is good. I like the fact that you don't have to just rely on the color of the band here. You can actually see how much battery you've got. The battery itself comes out by, if you press that and pull this out. I'm not going to do that now, but basically that's how you take the battery out if you want to. I don't know why you would want to do that. Well, you may want to take the battery out and just put it on charge without the whole unit. So the whole unit can stay in the box. You just take the battery out, put it on charge, and then plug it back in. It's a personal thing, but as far as I'm concerned. Overall, yeah, I like it. Is there anything I would have liked improved in this one? Possibly. I've noticed, for example, that every time you turn it on, it always defaults to setting number 1. So if you set this to say number 5, because that's when you usually use it, say with this head, I set it to 5, I'm happy with that, I use it, now I turn it off, next time round I come and turn it back on again, it goes back to 1 again. I wish it didn't. I wish it stayed on the last setting. That would be really handy, so you wouldn't keep pressing this every time. I think that probably is about it. The 0.6 thing here, which is like 60%, you need to interpret that really. 0.6 is 60%, 0.2 is 20%. Again, fairly easily they could have turned that into a percentage, 100, 60, whatever. It really wouldn't take too much imagination to turn that into a percentage of how much battery is left. Small thing. Anything else? Not really. I've heard on some of the online reviews that if you push the head in too far, it might stop the motor from working. I haven't got that experience. It seems to work really well. I have noticed that when you're using it on various parts of the body, the minute it starts to get to the bony areas, it starts to kick back. I think that's good. That's good. It's telling you don't use it here. You're not really supposed to use this on your chin or areas where you're so close to the bone. So that's very good. It works beautifully until you get to the areas and then it starts to kick back. I don't have a problem with that. My other one does the same thing actually. So overall, I'm really pleased with this, and I think price wise it's very similar, if not a bit, cheaper than the ones its counterparts you find online. I like it. And I think for £70 that I paid for, it's good value for money. I very much like the case. It means I use it, put it away, and it just looks good, and I don't have all the bits and pieces left lying around. I wish they had included one or two other heads in there. The Chinese one that I bought came with 14 different heads, and that was 6 years ago when I bought it. And they've got a few nice heads there which you can use for your massaging your scalp, and one or two other ones that you can use in sensitive areas. I think this one they've tried to just stick to using it on your muscles and stay away from chin and face and head and what have you, which is not a problem. But that's the only thing. I think if they wanted to improve it, maybe one or two heads like that would be good as well. How long the battery lasts and all of that, to be honest, I've had this for a while now. I don't have a problem with the battery. I think you can easily get, I'm sure you can easily get 10 days to 2 weeks out of it if you use it regularly every day. It all depends on how long you use it for anyway. But battery is not an issue as far as I'm concerned. This one is fairly good. So that really concludes my review of the RENPHO massage gun. You can buy this on Amazon, as I said, and the model number is, just to repeat, the model number is, what is it? RFGM168. Very good. Thank you very much. I hope you found this useful.